after I had a baby, my husband called me by someone else's name.
Don't make things up. I know better.
He snapped angrily. My baby stayed in the hospital and I was discharged. But Ryan brought me to someone else's house. I don't want to stay here, I begged.
Now you're going to live here,
he barked. I tried to leave, but Ryan wouldn't let me go.
If you don't want to be nice, you'll be locked up.
Ryan locked me in with a sly smile and took my phone.
You can't share this with anybody,
he scoffed. The next day, he brought another woman into the house. He started calling her by my name.
Susie, will you help my wife?
He asked. What are you two up to? I asked, trembling in fear.
Don't worry, Madeline. Everything will be okay.
Ryan reassured me with a sneer, while his lover held my hand. They finally left. I was expecting something bad. The next day, Ryan suddenly let me out of my bedroom. Madeline, we brought your baby home. She gave me the baby with a sinister smile, but it wasn't my son.
Stop it! You have to feed him,
Ryan roared. I won't feed someone else's baby. Give me my son. I wailed in despair, backing toward the front door.
You won't get out of here. Now do it. Otherwise, we'll have to say goodbye to you,
he threatened. I backed myself into a corner in fear, and Ryan came closer and closer.
Be a good girl, Madeline,
I heard him say, and then I blacked out. That night, I woke up in my bedroom. I was afraid to stay in that house, so I decided to run away. I made a rope out of sheets and climbed out the window. I immediately rushed to the nearest police station. You have to save me from my husband. He switched our son, and he wants to kill me. I begged in terror. I showed the policeman a picture of my husband in my pendant.
We'll figure it out. Don't worry, ma'am,
he reassured me. I spent over an hour at the police station when suddenly Ryan showed up. Stay away from me! Get him out of here! I screamed in terror.
Honey, it's okay. You're just having a postpartum nervous breakdown. Let's go home. I'll take care of you,
he said affectionately. The cops believed my lying husband and let me go with him. Instead of home, Ryan took me to a deserted cliff.
Get out of the car. I've got a surprise for you,
he commanded. He pushed me to the very edge. I was ready to die.
Remember our first date here?
He suddenly asked.
I knew right away you were my one and only,
Ryan added softly. Ryan didn't throw me off the cliff. Then we went to the city pond.
And here I proposed to you. And you said yes. Remember, Madeline?
He said affectionately. I was no longer afraid of Ryan, but I still couldn't remember anything. He brought me to the house I thought wasn't ours. Ryan showed me our smiling family pictures.
This is where you said you were pregnant, and I was over the moon.
He beamed. I remember that, I admitted happily.
And this is our son. You must remember him,
Ryan said, looking at me pleadingly. I took the baby in my arms and felt warm. I recognize his scent. It's my Mason, I said happily, cuddling the baby. True love helped me finally remember my son. But who are Madeline and Susie? I wondered. Ryan told me my brain swelled after childbirth. I had memory loss, and Susie was my nurse. The doctors couldn't help, but Ryan begged them to give him a chance. He brought me home, hoping I'd remember everything there. He locked me up so I wouldn't run away and hurt myself. He brought in a nurse to monitor my condition. Because of my illness, I perceived everything as a threat. But Ryan's efforts helped me remember the real me.
Turn the pendant over, honey.
He asked softly. To my beautiful Madeline, with love. I read out loud, and tears of love ran down my face.